We'd do anything for the people we love.
Thanks, Dad.
That's why I chose over 50 life insurance from Royal London.
The money left behind can be used as a gift.
Or to help pay for a funeral.
Thanks, Mum. We simply make affordable monthly payments.
At Royal London, anyone aged 50 to 80 is guaranteed acceptance with no medical questions. Buy over 50 life insurance today, and if you pay £7 a month or more, you'll get a £115 welcome gift. Offer ends the 31st of March.
Royal London.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi,
Darling, before we go any further, Sherry has something drooping that she needs to talk to you about.
Right.
I don't think Richard could help with my droop.
I think he might be able to, dear.
I've got a drooping hydrangea, Richard.
Oh, bless your heart.
And I don't quite know why. I don't know why it's drooping. I get very upset about anything that droops, to be honest.
You said it had watered too much, darling. You said you'd watered it too much.
No, then I watered it more, and it went, oh. But now it's gone.
I don't
Your
think
bottom,
you said its bottom was wet yesterday.
Very wet.
Too wet.
Very wet.
Wednesday. She said that Wednesday, darling.
Oh, I don't know what day it is. Who knows what it
I know,
is?
dear.
I have no idea.
Who's counted? Well,
we're on.
I know that looking at you lot, I mean, with the best will in the world, there's not one of you on here who could help with my droop at the moment, unfortunately.
Oh, darling.
I didn't know it was on offer, darling.
No, I don't wither in your company. I
You
bloom,
never have droop
sort of.
ever, Richard.
No, never. My hydrangea, you're very lucky. My hydrangeas, actually, there are green shoots. Green shoots abound outside Dickie's den as I look now.
Yes,
now that the
yes,
gazebo
it's
closed.
wonderful.
Oh, it's great. My camellia is in full bloom, and the
I
whole.
know, and I've got a robin that has befriended me.
Oh, have you?
Have you?
Yeah.
When does it come on your balcony, Sherry?
No, it's when I go downstairs to the canal and he comes to the same branch every day and goes.
You know that the robins are a sign of spirituality, apparently.
Yes, they are.
That's
It's
right.
a loved one that comes to say hello. Apparently.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we all know that no one else can see that robin. It's been a long time, Cheryl. It's been a long time.
Thank you,
But
Richard.
we have a really, really large squirrel, and you think they.
No,
all
he's got a lovely red breast, and he kind of sits there and talks to me, and then as I move along, he moves with me, and then he sits by me, and
Matron.
Yeah.
Matron.
It's time.
Anyone?
It's time.
I have to tell you, I had a cab driver once. I'm sorry,
Did
I'll
you?
rephrase
Oh,
that.
dear. We can't. I don't want to hear. I
was
don't want
in
to
a
hear about
cab.
your youth, Dee. I don't want to hear about your youth. Thank you. That's
And this cab driver started talking about squirrels who mated with rats, and said that the front of the animal was like a squirrel, but it had the rat's tail. And I don't know why he told me that, and I've never heard about that before or since. Do you think that was
sounds a load of old bollocks,
Do
dear.
you think it was a dream I had?
Yes. When you had him,
squirrels
I
can
think it
get
was.
anywhere, as we know.
Oh,
Just to be clear, we're talking
Please.
amongst ourselves now, or has the show actually started?
I think the show has actually started.
What tangent? What tangent are we on today? So,
Please, Richard, tell us about your big squirrel.
I've been, squirrel. She's huge, actually, and she is ballooning, frankly, and seems to have a taste for the camellia. I don't know what that's about. That's very weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very weird. Anyway,
What
yes.
do you mean? Is one growing up your wall?
We've got a camellia just to the left here as I look down to the folly.
Was it not there before?
The main house and then the gift shop, obviously.
Well, obviously, obviously.
Anyway, to crash on, because we can't be here all day, I've got to go out and get a bit of topside. So, a little bit droopy this week because I finally had my jab this week. And, yay! Good news. So I walked in. I've been very blessed actually. No symptoms at all. Did feel a little bit. I've had a couple of disco naps in the den. And normally I reserve a bit of afternoon delight for about 20 minutes if I've been getting up early for Good Morning Britain. So I'm used to napping, but I had to have a mid-morning nap 2 days on the trot. But the actual process, as you know, and anyone who's watching who's had it done, it is amazing. Naturally, the chap who was doing it to me was trembling because of this towering sort of masculinity. And being a borderline national treasure, you'd hate to get it wrong. And as he came at with the needle, I was like, this is going to be like a spirograph. But that was brilliant. So I walked in, and obviously you go through various checking in points, as you know, and sat down in the booth, and he sat there, t-shirt, mask on, and obviously I'm masked as well. It's such a waste. Anyway, so I sit there, and he says, and your name? I said, it's Richard. He said, Richard what? I said, Arnold. He said, what, the Richard Arnold? And I went, unless he owes you money. And he went through a list of questions, as they do, don't they? And they always say, you know, have you got any allergies or anything like that? And I said, well, I had a glancing blow with penicillin once, but I wasn't hospitalized. So we moved on beyond that. And he said, which hand do you write with? I said, how very dare you? I said, I said, are we going there already? He said, I think we might be. I said, do I know you? He said, no. I said, what did you used to do? And he said, well, I was BA cabin crew. And I was so delighted to be in the presence of BA cabin crew, until at the end he said, would you like a sticker? I said, we never had to have something to suck on for landing. But I tell you what, it just reminded me of
fabulous.
because they've got such a carry-on sense of humour, crew.
Yes,
They have.
It reminded me of, you know, when people used to warm your nuts mid-air, when we were flying, and you'd get those delightful snacks. So I came back, had a gin and tonic, bag of pretzels, and then I nodded off. But he was brilliant.
Was that in the morning, darling? It was about 11:30.
It was a loose, actually, yeah, the jab was 10:45, Harriet.
There you go.
Who's judging? Who's judging?
Yeah.
So
No, I support.
it was great.
Judging.
So very lucky, because I know some people have had feverish type symptoms and stuff. But no,
I've had 2 jabs and I didn't have anything with any of them. And the very last one, he said to me, have you got any allergies? And I said, well, seafood. And he went, no, that's not gonna. And I said, and the other thing, I have a phobia of walnuts. Does that count? Said, can we just get on with it?
And bananas.
What, Sherry?
How can you have a walnut phobia? What
does
on
that
earth are you
mean?
talking about?
Well, I can't be in the same room as a walnut.
Why?
Well, it's a very long story and we haven't got days to. I'll just tell you briefly. When I used to go out with an actor called Robert Lindsay, and he went to Northcote Theatre, and I found out that maybe there might have been somebody else. So I went down the road in Northcote Theatre, and in front of me was a shop with a window that sold nuts, and in one of the jars was ground walnuts. And I looked at the ground walnuts and I was sick all over the pavement. So ever since then, I now can't be in the same room as a walnut because it actually makes me physically sick.
Well, that was a fascinating story. Have you got anything about conkers?
No, conkers I can do.
You can conquer.
I think Richard's left the conversation.
Oh, no, not at all. No, I was doing a little bit of research for the first time, and an irrational fear of nuts is, I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm assuming it's Gyaliophobia. Yeah.
It's got a name. There you go.
I'm glad I can use that now.
Yeah.
I think we need the
very
Speakmans. We need the Speakmans back, dear, to talk you through your nut phobia.
We do.
Well, you're
Good
a
idea.
phobic, Sherry.
It's only a phobia. I don't, I'm not allergic to them.
Right.
No.
But I can't touch them or anything.
Well, it's also, so for example, a walnut whip.
Oh no!
Friends.
But darling, the good news is it's the only nut she can't touch. The rest is all good.
You know what? It's so funny. This weekend.
Holidays.
I know we're talking about holidays, but I was thinking about it. I was thinking, well, obviously the stay-at-home order finishes in England at least, and I know Wales a day earlier, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's still nowhere to go, obviously.
No.
Still walking around the block. Still.
Well, Wales has opened up today, but only the people who live in Wales. You can't go from somewhere to Wales.
Yeah.
When can we go away to somewhere else? I mean, in England.
April the 12th, you can go somewhere, can't you?
Yeah.
But so many. Everyone says they're booked up. Everything's so booked up already.
Yeah.
In this country.
Mid-April, you go to various Airbnbs and self-contained accommodation within your unit, your bubble, your family, or whatever. I think.
So we'll be going on holiday in a minute.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be running off anywhere. And then, of course, there's that huge fine now, isn't there? If you do leave the country without good reason, $5,000 until the end.
Not till the end of July.
June.
Don't Darlings, can I ask you all, if you had a holiday destination of choice that you could leave to go to now, and it was allowed, where would you go? Richard? Not Dallas, darling? You're not saying that?
Really would. It would be Texas. It would.
Yeah.
I, without a shadow of a doubt, I would love to go there. Although, of course, they've been getting a bit of a bad rap, haven't they? And there's lots of memes on the internet about Texas because obviously all the various states have their own laws and different authorities, and so Texas has opened itself wide open. And in fact, one of the memes said the only thing that isn't open in Texas is a science book, because obviously not everyone agrees with the fact that we should be opening up quite so quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I keep getting messages from friends over in Texas, and they're out on the terraces and margarita and stuff. It won't surprise you to know that my friends do like a little drink, and it would be nice to have an alfresco margarita.
Yes.
I bought some agave syrup actually to give me a taste of Texas, so I can knock up some margaritas next week. A friend of mine has already taken Monday off, and she said, "Can I come and sit in your garden?" I said, "Well, I don't know what the weather's going to be like." I said, "But really, a Monday, because you know what it's like. If you start on a Monday, you're a hostage
lost
to nothing by the end of the week. You're topping it up."
You're on a
So
roll.
it's Easter, isn't it? Next weekend.
Oh,
So
yes, it is. And that's all right.
It is.
We've taken
Listen, I
Easter-
want to
we've
know,
got Easter
Debbie.
off, haven't we? We've got Easter
Yes,
off.
dear. We've got
We
Easter
have.
off. But Debbie, where would you go on your holiday of choice now, darling?
Oh, I don't know. I think me too. I'd probably go back to the States. I'd probably go back to California. I mean, I was sort of in the mood to just go to the ocean and wander around and have the sea of my little tootsies. I think that's where I would be.
Oh, yes.
Except
Yeah,
I don't fancy sitting on a plane with a mask on for 8 hours.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing.
yes, but we've been through this. We've been through this. You're allowed to take.
I would be happy to,
drink.
yeah, and I'd
Sorry,
do
what did you
anything
say,
to get on a
Richard?
plane.
You're allowed to take your mask off, or I always have it hanging by the ear. So if you're drinking or eating,
Yes.
then,
Yes,
Yeah,
'cause
but
that
how
would
long
be
can I eat and
difficult.
drink for? The whole way through?
yes, it's a
If
long.
you're clever, yes.
Yeah. You have
Drinking
paid for that
especially.
nuts. You have paid for that liquor, Debbie.
Yes.
Dee, where would you go, darling?
Well, I was going to say that thinking back, my favourite place was Portugal, but it's a bit spoilt. But you see, I'm wearing the outfit that my mother would have worn in the late 60s. And we used to live next door to Cliff Richard. And we would spend, we would spend all our summers on the beach. You know, going on a summer holiday with Cliff Richard. We were actually with Cliff on the summer holiday. So
Literally.
yes, literally. So this is her outfit, darling.
Fabulous.
She would have worn.
Fabulous, darling.
Dee,
So
And share it.
Dee, Richard wants
Yes,
to say
darling.
something to you.
you up all night thinking about that segue between Cliff and summer holiday, because you seem quite pleased with yourself.
Actually, I was struggling.
Yours truly.
I was struggling with it.
We're just relieved that you're wearing a bra this week. First time.
Thank God.
Oh, God. Sherry, where would
Oh,
you
you
go,
know me
darling?
so well, darling.
Well, I think I'd go to New York.
Yeah.
That's where I'd go. That's where I'd go. I've never been to Hawaii.
No, I haven't.
I'd love to go there because they say that's heaven on
I
earth,
would.
don't they?
I can't. You know, there's
Yeah.
a fantastic hotel in Hawaii, isn't there?
Don't know.
There is. There is. No, I will find it. And I would really, really love to go there, where they shot a movie with Jennifer Aniston and I don't know something about the dentist.
I remember that
Ooh.
film.
Is it the Grand Hawaii? The hotel is the Grand Hawaii in Hawaii, and it's
Well,
the
I'll
most.
tell you what, why don't we spend 20 minutes Googling it? It'll be gripping for everyone tuning in.
And then,
I tell you, I'm
Yeah.
either going to go to LA or I'm going to go to Italy, one or t'other,
okay.
Oh.
probably Tuscany. So that's my dream. But there we
Toscana.
go. Sisi.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
I think we should go
I've never
to
been to
Hawaii
Costa
to that hotel
Yeah,
and then
that
do a
hotel.
show
Okay.
from there, don't you, Richard?
Okay, that sounds
I'll
good.
phone them and say, would you like to do a show, WonderBirds show? And we all go.
Yeah,
Well,
the
Benidorm certainly would.
Yeah. Oh, I'd
Do
like
the
to go
show
to
in
Benidorm.
Benidorm.
Good
He's
idea.
busy Googling. I can
He's
see he's
Googling. It was a
Googling.
film with Jennifer Aniston, and he was the dentist, wasn't he? The dentist? Didn't she have to pretend to be his wife? I'm sorry. This is
Yes, it was. It
Ooh.
was. Sorry, I was just Googling whether or not there was such a thing as a phobia of Hawaii. You'll be surprised to know that. But there is a phobia amongst people who live in Hawaii, apparently, not a phobia per se that it's been named, but a phobia with regards to the fact that they fear going to the mainland, because as Sherry pointed out, it's heaven on earth, and why would you want to leave?
Absolutely.
Jennifer Aniston, Hawaii film.
Isn't it Ben?
Yes, it's
Adam Sandler.
I know. Bear with me. Caller. A plastic surgeon convinces his assistant to work along with his young girlfriend on a trip to Hawaii and pose as his ex-wife to cover up a lie, but he ends up complicating the situation further with hilarious consequences, I imagine. Let's have a look. It's Adam Sandler. You're right.
Thank you.
Well done, Sherry.
Well done.
The film is called Just Go With It.
Yeah. And did they mention the hotel?
Well, how long have we got?
They will say the hotel is
Google's location. Just Go With It.
That's a typewriter, darling. That dates you. Don't ever do that again.
It does date me.
Is somebody knocking at your door?
Still big younger than you did.
Your squirrels at your door.
Oh yes,
funny.
Knocking at your door. Oh,
He's got it.
Yes, it's the Grand Walia.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
hotel in Hawaii was the movie.
Yeah, the Grand
what
Walia.
hotel in Hawaii?
Google it, girls, after the show. That's
Right.
the hotel.
Dee, get on it, please.
I'm going to phone them.
Yeah.
Can you imagine us all on a plane?
What is
They need us. They need us.
Can you imagine us all on a plane? It just terrifies me.
Yep.
It's riotous. It's
I'm
riotous.
visualizing it
Don't
now.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. I will bring you a drink back from the front, so you'll be fine.
Well, darling, I'm going to be up with the pilot, so that's entirely up to you.
Well, taking a little break for Easter, are we? Which, frankly, will be a blessing for all of us.
It will.
It will.
Taking a break over the Easter weekend. Easter, we've said this before on the show because obviously we've been doing this for quite some time now, but Easter is my favorite time of year.
Is it?
Why?
I think it's. I love Christmas, absolutely adore it, but you always end up getting to Christmas and you feel a little bit rinsed out.
Yeah.
And there's a great deal of added pressure around Christmas. But Easter seems to be a much more sort of democratic holiday, and there's time to spend with your well, obviously we can't this year, but time with friends and family. You can spread yourself quite thinly.
And spring is coming as well.
Spring is coming.
Yes.
Days of capering. I love it. And it just really, really lends to that sense of renewal, I think. And we could all do with a bit of satirizing, couldn't we?
So we'll see you after Easter then, darling.
Yes.
Yeah, we won't see you for
Easter eggs.
However am I going to manage? Leaves meeting.
You would say, as you would say, Richard, what fresh hell is this?
What fresh hell is this? All right, ladies, have a wonderful hiatus, and we'll be back
good egg.
very, very soon.
Thank you, darling.
Love you, darling. Thank you.
Bye.
Stuart, get the door.
The door.